Hey guys, Bendy here, currently 6.3k collection level. I like to try and make wacky decks and win with them. So I want to be in the record and say I was already in the process of making this video, and I've been playing this deck a lot, and I mean a lot, before the Lockjaw nerf's last update. Basically, I started playing this deck after the Quinjet nerf, and like even before the Lockjaw nerf, I was finding like just the stones being on the board really annoying if I didn't draw correctly. Once again, before I talk about cards, the love my last showcase got was really just like inspiring again. I'm really appreciative of the sport, and if you want to see more wacky deck showcases and show some support, hitting follow will really help me out. And let me know in the comments below if you've managed to surprise someone and grab some wins of this deck. Alright, so let's run through the cards in the deck. Start with the big boss of the deck, Thanos. He's either 20 or 10 power depending on how the rest of the game went. I'll talk about the stones now. The stones are a draw engine. If you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, think of it like the spellbook or the bamboo sword engines. You use them to draw cards and thin your deck to get the cards you actually want and then remove them. The only stone you actually care about is the power stone. Sometimes you will destroy it, but you don't really want to destroy this one as it's the only one that will empower your Thanos. And then we got the space stone. Blue boy here is the key of getting your cards out of annoying spots. So like say they armor your other stones or they armor Bucky, you've got to get out of jail free card here. I'm going to talk about the time and the mind stone together here. Ideally one of these two, if not Yondu, is your ideal first turn play. Basically you draw a card and next turn you can play an extra card because you've ramped up. So you draw two stones, so you've thinned your deck out a lot. Reality stone, this is also kind of a get out of jail free card. If you've got a zone that you really do not like, you just slap that reality on it and you can just destroy it later if you do not care. Soul Stone's not really that relevant to your win condition. The negative one it gives can win you some games and situations, but usually that's my first one to instantly destroy. Like I do not care about the Soul Stone at all. For the destroy engine, we've got Bucky, Carnage, and Deathlock. These are just quality destroy cards that benefit from destroying the other cards and can act as your lane winners. Like you literally have an 8 cost Carnage just off stones. So you got 2 stones and Bucky, that's 8 cost Carnage and a Winter Soldier. That's a pretty good lane. There's Killmonger. All you really have to think about is trying to get the biggest Killmonger that you can. Like you want to turn your death to 0 cost. Maybe if you're against a Patriot or a bounce deck, saving it for that turn 6 play. You just got to keep the Power Stone in mind with all of these destroy cards. And of course, Death, just good cards. Yondu, also one of your most ideal turn 1 cards. It can potentially kill your opponent's win condition and bring you closer to your death, no brainer. Shang-Chi, I'm just a big fan of. Again, it's kind of your tech card of choice. Arrow's still really good, like you can control lanes. Enchantress or Dracula. I'll list both here as this is kind of another tech slot. However, for a very long time, like a good majority of the games played of this deck was with Dracula instead of Enchantress. I added Enchantress after the buff 246. That made her extremely more playable. I already thought she was playable. Theory behind Dracula is you don't actually need to play your 20 power Thanos. Like you can literally leave it in your hand. Same with Death. Just I think Dracula's an incredibly good card. It cannot actually be stopped. And the argument for Enchantress, I am seeing a lot of Patriot and Dino Hawks. Enchantress is probably a stronger deck. There is Magneto, lane control, high power, 6 cost, pretty good, and 4 locations. Now, with this deck, you don't really have that many locations you even care about. So if there's any bad ones, like you can just change them with the Reality Stone. Anything that can kind of affect you before you can affect them with Reality Stone, but there aren't too many that really bother you. And now I will go through a couple games. I'll try to put in games of both Dracula and Enchantress to see how you like either of them. And let me know, yeah, if you like what you saw.